On the sidelines, there have been calls from some quarters, especially from the ruling party, and even from the presidency, pressuring Mr. Peter Obi to take a cue from President George Weah of Liberia and former President of Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan, concede defeat and congratulate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What is your view on this? Do you not see this as a way to go?
That does not arise. The court, the Supreme Court has already declared that Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the president of Nigeria, and nobody is disputing that. Now, most Nigerians know what happened during the election. Most Nigerians are aware of what happened in Port Harcourt, how the votes of Mr. Peter Obi and Labour Party were cleaned up and added to APC. Most Nigerians are aware of what happened in Lagos State, in Plateau State, in Nasarawa State. These people have not apologized for their perfidy. These people are pretending that everything is okay in Nigeria. Everything is not okay. And I want to tell you this. If the problems of a country or the social problems of a country are amenable to legislation or to judicial pronouncements, there will be no problems left in the world. The pronouncement of the Supreme Court has compounded Nigeria's problem. And die-hard obedience will not support Peter Obi congratulating a group of people that trampled on the electoral the sacrosanct of the electoral process in this country. Nobody is disputing that the Supreme Court has declared him winner. But for me, and those that I have known, I will not support a situation where Mr. Peter Obi goes dangling all around, dancing around those who are destroying this country with sycophancy and double standards. After rigging election, you come and start using sweet words, trying to cover up. Yaradua was more honest. Late President Yaradua. Nobody asked him to step down. He said, I know that the election that brought me to power was flawed. He's a human being. That's what is human. And he took action to appoint the Ways Committee to look into, if not that he died, I believe he would have done it. That is what we need. We need somebody who is human, who speaks to facts. If he says, oh, please, gentlemen, I know the election is flawed, let's leave it, let's move ahead. He has not said that. Why should people be going to run around and support a system that is bringing Nigeria to its knees? It means you are supporting it. Now, let me say one thing, if you allow me. If you allow me, I don't think this is part of the. You said you want to speak about the gains, the positives. Let me say this. The election was rigged in favor of Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It could also have been rigged in favor of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Let me tell you why I think that even though the rigging is evil and should be condemned, the rigging for Tinubu is still preferable to rigging for Atiku. Why do I say that? Most people may not like to hear this, but this is the truth. Nigeria is polarized by religion, moving in two orbits, the Arab orbit and the Western orbit. And in the past 8 years, we have seen an administration that is unashamedly, unrepentantly, religiously biased. Fanatics who kill an innocent girl in Alhaji Shehu Shagari College of Education, Sokoto, and no notable northern leader will condemn it. No notable northern leader will condemn it. The point, and then before I make my final point, those who spearheaded the nomination of Alhaji Bola Tinubu, the Sharia state governors, the Sharia states of northern Nigeria, led by former governor of Kaduna State, Nasiru El-Rufai. Nasiru El-Rufai boasted in an interview in Hausa language, which was translated by Premium Times, I think in June this year, and published, where he boasted that Muslims will rule and continue to rule, and gave his formula for Muslim rule, both in Kaduna State. I want to say that Yoruba Muslims will disappoint the Northern Muslim Islamist not only the extremists, the supremacists. He will disappoint them. Because based on my knowledge, I've lived in Yoruba land. I lived in Oyo as far back as 50 years ago. I lived in Ibadan more than 50 years ago. I schooled in Lagos. I worked in Lagos. I taught at the University of Lagos. I know Yoruba a bit. Yoruba are not religious fanatics. And Yoruba president will disappoint the Islamic supremacists. That is one of the games of this rigging. Because you remember that former President Buhari wanted Dr. Ahmed Lawan from Yobe State, the birthplace of Boko Haram and Yobe Taliban, the birthplace of the extremists. That's what he wanted. They would be disappointed. So one of the things we are going to see is that even though Mr. Buhari, the president, may not come out frontally to do this, he is not going to support beheading people. I have never seen a Yoruba man cutting off somebody's neck or taking knife on the basis of religion. That is one of the positives from the rigging of the election, not from the election. I'm sorry to say, many people don't like to bring out the real issues in the Nigerian situation. This is one of the core problems. Western, Arab, opposed philosophies of life, opposed worldviews, disagreement about fundamentals. You say you are a republic, and you put a theocratic court into the constitution, and you think the people don't know what they are doing. And you have the Chief Justice of Nigeria, former Justice Tanko Mohammed, is on record asking for more Sharia, in Nigeria. Apart from President Muhammadu Buhari, who in 2003 asked the Muslims should vote only for Muslims. These are on the records. You may accuse Yoruba of ethnicity. You may accuse them of wanting to support themselves, which most people do. You cannot accuse them of being religious fanatics. When General Ibrahim Babangida surreptitiously enrolled Nigeria as a member of the Organization of Islamic Conference in January 1986, effectively making Nigeria an Islamic state. One of the prominent Yoruba Muslims, Chifeso Badamosi, in a publication in the Guardian, forgotten the month, but it's 1980s, I think it's July 1986, stated, condemned the action of General Ibrahim Babangida, quote, telling that it is dishonest and contrary to the teachings of the Prophet, of the Holy Prophet. Yoruba will not condone religious fundamentalism. And people should take note of that. Maybe that's all we can gain from Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. I don't know.